John Cena is embarking on his retirement tour, and Two Views Wrestling wants to honor one of the all time greats. With this episode, we will look at some of our favorite John Cena matches from the flagship show of WWE, Monday Night Raw. Cena would make his WWE debut on SmackDown and spend the first few years on the blue brand. He would be drafted to Raw in 2005 and would go on to have some of the best matches in Raw history. A lot of matches, actually. When making this list, I wanted to pick matches from throughout his time on Raw. When looking at his US Open Challenge era, almost every match would be on this list. So, what we are going to take a look at is a good representation of every era of Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect. Before we get down to business, remember to like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything we have coming. Now let's start the list. Number 5 versus Chris Jericho, August 22nd, 2005. As I said earlier, Cena was drafted to Raw in 2005, and he brought his WWE title with him. He would start a feud with Chris Jericho right away. I think this was a great first feud for Cena on Raw, and Jericho may have been at his best during this time and could make anyone look good. These two had good chemistry and their matches were solid. This particular match was for the title and also a loser leaves town match. Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff had issues with John Cena and was trying to get rid of him. Not only did Cena have to deal with Jericho, but Bischoff and his personal security were at ringside. The deck was stacked. Jericho worked over Cena's back and laid in some stiff shots. Seeing how hard he was hitting and kicking Cena, no wonder Brock Lesnar backed down in that backstage altercation. There was some good cheating and interference from Jericho and Bischoff here, but in the end, Cena would overcome the odds and send Y2J packing. Number 4, Cena and The Undertaker versus Jericho versus DX, November 16, 2009. This was in the world's most famous arena. It had the Unified Tag Team Champions, the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE Champion, and D-Generation X. The Undertaker got a special entrance with the Druids and torches and everything. Everything about this brought that big match feel. This match has a handful of guys that can lay claim to being the GOAT and Big Show. They do a cool thing where past rivals face off and call us back to some iconic matches. You get solid tag team action and everyone hits all their big moves. This is a fun match with 6 greats in Madison Square Garden. After Cena and Undertaker are victorious, Undertaker would hit Cena with a tombstone piledriver. When this originally happened, I thought they were setting up Undertaker and Cena at WrestleMania. We would get that match, but it would be almost 9 years later. Number 3 versus Seth Rollins, July 27th, 2015. This was one of the John Cena US Open Challenge matches. These matches became a must-see staple of Raw and did a great job of raising the value of the United States title. This match was huge as Seth was trying to win the US title while being the reigning WWE champion. Seth was still fresh in his reign as champ, and I think he was motivated to show everyone he was the man. Cena went deep in his bag here and was hitting a tornado DDT and an electric chair. This match is known for Seth straight up shattering Cena's nose. He legitimately rearranged his face. This would lead them to having a great title for title match at SummerSlam that is ruined with interference from Jon Stewart. Luckily, this match doesn't have Jon Stewart, so it's great. These two have great chemistry, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see them run it back before Cena hangs his jorts up for good. Number 2 versus CM Punk, February 25th, 2013. CM Punk versus John Cena is like Deathstroke fighting Batman, Mickey Ward fighting Arturo Gatti. They are equals and know everything the other guy is going to do. This match is a perfect showcase of that. This was a chess match from the opening bell. They knew each other so well that both guys had to reach deep into their arsenal. Punk would utilize the dreaded pile driver, and Cena would bust out a hurricanrana. I think their Money in the Bank match is better, but that's because of the magnitude. In terms of ring work, this match edges it out. This is the perfect type of match you want on Raw on the road to WrestleMania. A great professional wrestling match that shows how great each guy is. Number 1 versus Shawn Michaels, April 23rd, 2007. This is a rematch of their WrestleMania 23 match. I enjoyed that Mania match, but this one far surpassed it. If they had this match at WrestleMania, it would have gone down as maybe the best WrestleMania match. But instead, it goes down as the best match to happen on Monday Night Raw. I remember watching this as it was happening, and I couldn't believe it kept going. It's the longest non-Iron Man singles match on Raw. Cena didn't have a reputation as being a great in-ring worker, but he hung in there with the greatest in-ring performer ever for nearly an hour. I think these two had tremendous chemistry in the ring and wish we had got a few more big matches between them. These two wrestled for over 55 minutes, and in the end it would be the Heartbreak Kid hitting Sweet Chin Music for the win. The way he collapsed and fell into the pen really sold what a battle these two waged. Cena didn't get the win, but he showed he could hang with the legends of the sport. In the comments, let us know what some of your favorite Raw matches from the career of John Cena are.